HBCU Overdrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream. With their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more, you can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? This your boy Doc Holiday. We are back with another HBCU Overdrive live stream. It's another HBCU Tonight episode number 29. And I'm glad that you're here. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. But make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you click that notification bell. Make sure you just like the stream, comment, share. Most of all, hit that subscribe button. And also hit the join button to be a part of the Overdrive family and to get all the perks that comes with the channel. And then that last but not least, hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. I see we got Mr. Franklin Kuntz up in here. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? It is, I'm going to tell you, you in Texas, Frank, it's hot as a dog's ass out here. I don't really cuss like that when it, for weather, but it's hotter than a dog. Ooh, I don't know. Just, I don't know. Just hot. How you doing, Miss Mary? She representing the 305 FAMU Rattler. Making sure everybody coming up in. Like, dude, you said yes. I don't know who pissed God off this whole week. I think we had probably like whether the week has been over 100 the whole week, really the whole week. And I ain't gonna lie to you, not even gonna hold you. My boy Blue, we gonna get into it. He's in Norfolk, Virginia. Get ready to cover the MEAC conference. The MEAC conference, MEAC Day, Media Day will be tomorrow. And Blue, put it in the chat where everybody can actually watch that on, so people can understand, figure out what is going on in the MEAC as far as for football. Let's see what we got. Who else we got up in here? Trying to see who else we got up going on today. Yes, sir, Mr. Haynes. Meac Media Day is this Friday, so be ready to see what your Bulldogs gonna do with South Carolina State. Now, Mr. Hardy, how you doing, family? How you doing? So I am wanting to let people know what's going on. Jay White is up in the building as always. So the first thing I want to tell everybody, while everybody's streaming on in, let everybody know that I'm on right now. Yeah, we live, baby. Texas Southern is in the building. Texas Southern is in the building. My boy Craig Hall, them Third Ward Tigers. My bro Craig Hall with Mr. Harris. Man, if y'all haven't, y'all need to check out HBCU Nightly. It's run by my bro Josh Sims. Um, even though yes, they are MEAC. We try to talk about all conferences. We talk about CIAA, SIAC, everything. Uh, Media Day is, I think it's tomorrow, 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Jackson Fire Department is in here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let them know that you in here, y'all. Let people know that you was in here. Just have to let people know we live, baby. Holy Jarvis. I'm gonna bring you on, Timona. Come on, I gotta get you on, sis. We got some great news coming up. We gonna let people know. Yes, I did a poll. I did the poll. I want the people's opinion about it. So I got my bro Ronald Hunt up in the building live from Monroe, Louisiana, as always, man. Great that you're here today. Yes, I did a poll. I don't really do polls, but I did a poll today. And Mr. Ford, if you's in here, go ahead, come on up. Cause we got some good news up in here. We got good news coming for the show right now. Was Mr. Owens, how you doing today? Oh, look, I have to be funny. I gotta be a little bit petty with it, bro. I gotta be a little bit petty with it, Adrian. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, look, it's all good. It's all fun and games, man. I don't even be on that mess. You know what I'm saying? I don't even be on that mess. But I do got some things for y'all, fam. You people, y'all about to hear something now. Got Southbound coming in from Atlanta, GA. Hold on, let me get my uncles on here. Get my uncles on here. First of all, I want to give two special shout outs. Two special shout outs, two special birthdays today, to be exact. To be exact. Two special birthdays today. First one is our great moderator, Israel Carey. My man said he turned the big 5-3, and I'm blessed that he is here. I'm blessed that he is, in a sense, like he's like family, like a brother. So, so you know what I'm saying. I want to give a special happy birthday to to Israel. And second birthday And the second birthday tonight that I'm gonna give a shout out to, birthday shout out to, man, we gonna shout out Bruce Batman Mitchell. My dog finally turned 18 today. My my dog, Bruce Mitchell, freshman cornerback, DB for Jackson State University. Finally hit that big 1-8. He is 18 years old today. He graduated early on a been on a team, practicing with the team. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna get you up here too, Zoe, because I know a lot of people missed out on the news earlier. And because I talked to you earlier today, let people know what's going on at down on 1400 J.R. Lynch Street. Hey, tomorrow.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. Oh, you got echo. I'm fine. I'm fine. I it look. I'm fine. I'm glad I'm in the house. It's hot as dog. Oh my God. Why God punish us for this? We ain't do nothing wrong to him. We just went on for we were being a little bit petty. We just went on for football season to start, and he just had to come and cook us.
God's over there melting cleats.
He just had to come cook us in Texas. So um here you go. We got our assistant right here. Good evening, Mr. Quay. Good evening. Let them know what's going on. Bro, it it had to feel like 115 today. I don't know, like there was no cloud in the sky, and I'm talking about like sun just straight beaming down on you.
Mr. Campbell already being very petty. First of all, that poll absolutely in no way, shape, or form represents me. Y'all should know me better than that. You would know that I would never do a poll with those choices.
That's me.
That's Doc. He's getting He getting ready to, that's for engagement. He's engaging his followers. So y'all go ahead and pick and choose. And if they're not in the poll, then put them down in the chat.
Yeah, put it out in the chat. I'm doing
I
no
put
comment.
Jarvion Howard from Alcorn. This is his year.
Oh,
That's who I put's gonna be the player. I know that the SWAC is kind of preferential to QBs as of late. You know,
mhm.
I think it would be Jarvion Howard.
Let's see.
But I think you open it up to all of HBCU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So, like I said, we got some big news coming up on the channel. Like I, I pointed out there uh, earlier today, actually yesterday. So, first things first. One of the big news that we got coming up on for the channel is we got Coach Willie Simmons coming on the show. That will be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. For those, everybody.
Coach who?
Coach Willie Simmons.
Willie? Willie Simmons that coaches over there at the highest of the hills, Coach Simmons?
The Highs of the Seven Hills. He will be on the show Wednesday night. I got that. I just basically asked the question, hey man, coach, I have you on the street. It's good to have you on the street, it wasn't even no long conversation. He's like, I'll do it. He picked the time and he picked the date. I'll do it. Hey, I like that. Coach is one of the. I think Coach Simmons wants to be available for everybody, and he know because he was on the space last night on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
and because he actually it was we kind of did an impromptu uh um interview, kind of like an impromptu conversation with him. And I let him know, hey, I'm from Jackson State. I'm just letting you know. I just want to see a good game for
Man, Coach
us.
Simmons knows who you are. Stop playing with yourself like that. He knows who you are.
Joe Simmons don't know who I am. Like, here,
Yes, he does. Folks, he knows who you are.
man,
I don't know if he watched any of your shows when we was talking about him, but he knows who you are.
he ain't watching. I don't think he watched none of the shows. Like,
He never watched any of the self-inflicted shows.
I don't know,
Well, that's a big deal.
but it's still a good deal though. Because I actually like you know what I'm saying. For him to be like he per se as a head coach on Florida A&M, he's actually a good coach and he's actually a good man. So I'm not even gonna tear the man down like that. We ain't gonna do that.
We're not gonna tear him down. That's a great interview. That's it's congratulations on getting that one-on-one special with the um Willie Simmons, FAMU head coach.
And I will say this about Coach Simmons: he is a winner. He did win at Prairie View. He's been winning at FAMU. So he hasn't hadn't had a losing season since he's been a head coach. Um, I asked him some good decent questions yesterday. So on the show, and y'all need to go check it out. And I'll send y'all the link to that show so y'all can hear it. And it was good. We also had Ty Floyd. Ty Floyd, she's a FAMU alum, and she's in this like you know how it was when you first got into this space, debate, not debating, but talking about sports and everything else like that. Dude, that she's like 10 times worse because she's in the space like she was doing ESPN Plus, she was doing CIAA tournament, she did a lot of things. She has her own um I know she has her own channel on podcast. Also, she was on does stuff with Anscape. But I gave her flowers because you like I said, you don't see a lot of women that's in, what I'm saying, in this space that, we talk about sports. And I know some people, I know my co-host here can rub people the wrong way a little bit.
How do I rub people the wrong way?
Sometimes it's your takes, but
Oh,
you may
you talking about my opinion, just
your opinion,
like everybody else has one.
right? But
Right.
but for her to be, but for my co-host to be in this space, to be on here, to be, you know, doing this, and we talk about sports, we talk about politics, um, we talk about like everyday, everyday things that happen in the black culture. She is one in a million true to it when it comes to this space. So, like I said, I gave Ty Floyd her flowers. I'm giving my co-host here, Timona, her flowers.
Thank you so much. That means a lot because some people try to like cause division, amongst us and just try to insinuate certain things on Twitter. I will say this: everybody has an opinion. It just some people want to figure out whose opinion is not correct or standard to what they say. I
Right.
can say something about any team and a male can say the same exact thing about that team and they don't get that pushback. It's just comes with the territory. Comes with the territory.
But and the thing about this too is that when you in this space, when you come on this show on Saturday night and we talk about everything about sports, football, basketball, baseball, whatever we talk about as far as sports related, you don't back down from any fight. So I'll give you your flowers for that. Like you don't like I said, you normally don't see a lot of women in this space. Now and then too, you really don't see a lot of women in the HBCU space either. So y'all are one of a kind. Like yourself, Miss Floyd, Tiffany Green, who's also a FAMU graduate, uh, um, Pam Oliver, she's still HBCU all the way. Um, yeah, sometimes I feel like y'all don't get, like I said, y'all don't get enough credit, and I'm gonna give you a credit
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate that.
anytime. But for all my FAMU people that's been rocking with this show from day one, Coach Simmons will be on the show Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So we're gonna have some fun on that show. I might pop a little SOS for y'all for the little intro for y'all. So I'm just
You're gonna play some the marching band 100.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Marching 100. Yes, I'm gonna play a little bit of Marching 100 right there. So so we gonna see it. Gotta let my kids know. um, but yeah, man. Also, y'all know we talked about media credentials last week. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. We said we wasn't gonna we said we wasn't going to badmouth the conference. We wasn't gonna say anything bad about the conference. But guess what? Got that email from Andrew Roberts earlier today. You want to say it? We got proof of our credentials. We got our credentials. We got our media day credentials for the SWAC media day for next week.
Uh-oh. Not the media credentials.
The media credentials up in this thing.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And guess what? My dog right here, she got her media credentials also. She gets she got her. I was like, check your email because I got mine. Ken Izzo got theirs. I think it my boy Pooh Bear and them from the Golden Boot. I think they got theirs. I think G and should be G and J Max should get theirs. We gonna be and I think Blue should have had got his, man. They don't need to turn Blue down. But we up in that thing. We gonna be up in that thing. We gonna be up in that thing. Now, here's the here's
You
here's the,
got a suit. You wearing a suit. You wearing a suit and tie.
who gonna wear a suit and tie?
Aren't you supposed to wear a suit?
No, not traditional media.
Or you have to wear like a suit or some. They wearing suits up there.
Oh, baby, I don't need no suits up there. Shoe, you gonna see me in a long sleeve Jackson States shirt.
Um, yeah. Gotta get the fitted suit. You saw how everybody was dressed to the T last year.
Man,
Dooley was dressed to the nines. Do you hear me?
that's Dooley.
The nines.
That's Dooley.
And coach, yes, you gotta come put that. You gotta put that on. You gotta put that on. So I'm definitely excited to experience my first SWAC Media Day.
Yeah.
Miss Mary said Gucci down.
Sure, you man, what? Dooley be Gucci down. That man gonna be. He probably have Michael Kors. He gonna. Well, he gonna be. He gonna be. Man,
Oh, Blue said don't wear a suit. Well,
I'm not wearing a suit. I'm trying to be as. I'm trying to be.
okay, so the people who be are the people. I need to go back and rewatch it. Then the people that wear the 3-piece and 4-piece suits, and they come with the Gucci and the Louis.
That be the players of the.
That's the coaches that do that, and the players. Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, I got khakis, man. I got khakis. I got polo shirts. I got everything for today.
Mister, you better get Crook. He is getting on your head, boy.
Boy, hey, you talk about Dooley.
Ascot Doc and Cappadoc. No, he talk about.
Oh, you'll never see me. Nope.
You're not doing the Ascot.
Nah, you will never see. First of all, you'll never see me be in a Noop.
Oh.
No offense to my uncle said. Anybody that's a Noop on the that's on the channel that's a part of the family. But you will never see me do a shoulder shimmy down. You'll never see me do a shoulder shimmy.
So, who are you? Okay, so this is when did we get? We got the credentials today.
Got the credentials today.
That's literally less than 5 days.
Right.
Less than 5 days.
Yeah, Dr. Cavill would be suited and booted, man. That's the general.
Rob J Rob J will probably dress up too.
Well, that's Rod J. You know, Rod J's still a Catholic.
Wear your football game clothes.
Don't say that. You tell somebody to wear football game clothes.
Now, come on, listen. I don't know if you noticed, but last year, folks was definitely ganking on people. It's almost like a fashion show or a fashion statement. It's gonna be, you got to make that fashion statement now. You can't just be coming up in there all willy-nilly.
Yep.
Folks was clowning all day long. It was a big debacle. I think we should definitely have a hashtag. Get a hashtag going, SWAC Media Day 223 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since I guess I haven't heard that it was going to be on ESPN.
It'll be on ESPN Plus.
It is going to be on ESPN Plus.
Yep. That's how they did it last year.
Oh no, I know that's how they did last year, but I haven't seen on, like, usually on ESPN Plus, like, you can look up what's getting ready to be streamed.
Oh no, wait a minute. Ronald said, when I think of khakis, I think Jim Harbaugh.
Who said that?
That's our cousin Ronald. He said, when I think khakis, I think of Jim Harbaugh.
Oh Lord.
Boy, he be wearing the hell out them khakis, man. Oh man, yeah, we clown grandma.
That's why you got to be on point, because now you gonna be on that stage present. Somebody get a picture with you, and the same rules that applied to Coach Hugh last year when he had the yellow or gold.
Look like a mariachi band player.
The same thing applies for you, and guess what? You're gonna be all game. Gotta make sure your wig put on right. Yep, we gotta put that
I
wig
got-
on right. If you're wearing a wig,
so this is the thing, all right, because SWAC Media Day is coming up is July 25th. That's on a Tuesday. So my my I want to say issue, but the little dilemma I probably would have is trying to get out there.
right,
So the whole thing about this is I want to do a fundraiser, and like I said, it's to just to I'm look, I ain't spending the night just to get me out there to do the whole thing, saying mingle with the folks, talk to the commissioner if we can get a chance to talk to the commissioner.
ooh, that would
Now,
be
Mr. Ford, Mr. Ford, where you at, Mr. Ford? I done dropped the link for you.
right. Because Mr. Ford, he got a list of questions that he wants to ask us.
Mr.
So I
Ford,
think on Saturday night we're gonna do we could possibly do like a maybe a super chat or something, or do something where you do the fundraiser where people submit their questions.
yeah, I would rather do that. And we could start it tonight too because I want to
Right.
start it tonight. We started tonight, so if you want to submit some questions, let's use the super chat. That way, actually, you can't use the super chat because you only get it that the money only comes throughout for the month.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So what I would do is whatever questions you got, we can put it in the cash app.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
So we'll cash app. You don't know what the cash app handle is. That's the cash app handle. Um, and let people know about yours because we are trying to get to Birmingham. I just paid bills over here, and it sucks that yes, it was last minute, so now you got to go and scramble. But I am very appreciative. I am very humble, and that I can actually go to something, and feel like I'm a part of something. So, so that is what we're gonna try to do, and basically we're gonna try to raise money to where we can get to Birmingham, and I can, we can go in and do talk about everything. We can get all the people on here on the show. We can catch TC Taylor finally to come on to the
So
show.
which interview are you most excited for? Like, what's your top 3 interviews that you want to make sure you get out the way?
So if I go, if we go there, so my first one would be Coach TC. I want to get that out the way because you know what I'm saying. It's with TC, is Jackson State through and through, and I want to know where he got the team, where his head is headed to, because after Tuesday night, Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody
It's
can
gonna be crunch time.
It's gonna be crunch time, and you are not catching nobody because why? They start practice on that Wednesday.
Right. So the only thing that I would have to say, which I'm definitely not an intimidated person, but what do you do if you was over here talking shit about somebody that and then they come to your table for an interview? You
Man,
can't be copping, please now.
man, we look, look. I see Coach Simmons. Hey, I mean, if you watch the show, we watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already, to me, Coach Simmons is an epitome of who a football player is.
Right.
So when I'm, it's like, and you remember he played quarterback, so
Mhm.
he got to drown out all the noise. You get what I'm saying? When
Right.
you playing quarterback, you can't have no distractions. You just got to drown the noise out.
Right. Right.
So
I'm just saying, what's that gonna look like? You know what? I think for the most part though, you're probably safe. And for me, I don't ever disparage a coach. I might talk a little mess, but I'm never going to disparage a coach. But it's kind of like what kind of question are you going to ask? Um, what kind of questions are you going to be able to ask a coach after you done said something? So I'm excited to go.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to go. I am going to have to thoughtfully, carefully craft my questions, you know. At the end of the day, like we are, even though I'm Jackson State centrics, you still representing HBCUs. And so, with that being said, it's going to be an interesting day of events.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see. I just hear heard the stories about it. I watched Media Day last year,
Mm-hmm.
and getting the stories from different people like G and Blue and um just everybody that was there. Even when Scotty was there. No, Scotty wasn't there, but I just forgot about it. He wasn't there. You can't disparage. Disparage a conference and try to bite the hair of the feet. You can't do
Right.
it.
Right.
Mr. Hardy put it in there. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Much love, much love. He'd already put his $10 in. Who Douglas? It is over 100 degrees, brother. I'm not rocking a suit. If look, look, if I ain't standing on the square, or if ain't nobody in the ground, you ain't seeing Doc rocking no suit.
See, they trying to be funny, talking about get a jacket like gremlins.
Man, y'all gonna have me.
You ain't be suited and booted.
Now, y'all have y'all gonna have me destroyed. Y'all gonna have me destroyed. It's 112 people. I understand this is not begging, but it kind of sounds like it's begging. But um, I'm gonna do what like Steven Jackson for All the Smoke does. He got a begging session where he kind of asks people for different merch. We got over 109 people that's in the chat that's watching the show. The Cash App is on the screen. You can donate 5, 10, 20, whatever much you feel like you want to donate, because this is something that's big for us to bring, to get us to Birmingham. That's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? To get us to Birmingham. Anything left over, I would send it to a charity.
Send it to a charity.
I would give it to charity.
No, you would use it to go to your other SWAC events, like purchase tickets or.
Oh, don't worry about that. I got that.
You got the microphone? Do you got the small microphones that they pin on the shirt?
Oh, you know what? In fact, no. I actually I actually need to look at that. I know I seen them on Amazon. They got some for like $20, $30, $40. So that would be a good thing to have right there too.
Right. There'll be any, you just say for your donations, anything extra will be utilized to invest into the channel. Cuz you have to get a your HBCU Overdrive logo. You might want to get a banner printed. I don't know if we get a table or how that works. You would have to actually email or something. But those are things that you have to look towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. But it's just
It's the first time. It's one of those first time things. So once you actually fill it out or whatever and get a feel for it, then you'll know, like, okay, next time I come, I'm gonna be ready.
Like I'm geeked up right now. That's the whole thing. Like, well, I'm from Dallas, so we wired up. That's how I said I'm wired up. But yeah, man, I'm we could take donations throughout the whole weekend. Um, Especially we'll do it more on Saturday with
Mm-hmm.
both of us. But we can start it off now. Mr. Hardy did start it off with the $10 donation. So, like we said, that anything extra that is left over from going to Birmingham will be utilized for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see what else. What else is up here? I'm trying to figure out where Zoe at. So he said he was gonna come on.
Well, Mr. Ford, he gonna have to get them questions together, huh?
Mr. Ford, where your questions at? Oh, big
He
bang.
wants us, he wants us to ask the commissioner about the basketball tournament. I'm not asking him about the basketball tournament.
My guy, Big David Williams, right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep the light shining, brother. Keep the light shining. Oh Lord, but yeah, we do got to get the questions asked. But I did so earlier today while I was waiting on for my package to come in, I did catch the live from Ken Clark. First of all, sending my prayers and condolences to Ken Clark and his family. He said he did lose his grandmother. He lost his grandmother. I think today. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but if it was today, I think it was today.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna send our prayers and condolences to Ken Clark, man. So he's a good dude. And he's in Jackson right now. Mr. Ford.
Hey.
Did you hear the good
Hey,
news?
Mr. Ford.
Did you hear our great news? I think Mr. Ford, can you hear us? Uh-oh. All right. Can you hear us, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Okay.
Yeah. Am I on twice?
Yeah, you're on twice.
Take me out.
All right.
Yeah. The first thing I want to say is I was talking to my family, you and Jackson State people today, and Zoe said on your station that it probably no more than 25,000 gonna show up down in Miami for that first game or for that Orange Blossom Classic. I don't think that's a fact, and I don't think it's gonna be true. So I'm waiting on that. The second thing I want you to ask the commission about is, are they going to pursue a relationship with BET? Okay, that's what I want you to ask about. Are they going to pursue a relationship? In other words, would they be interested in showing 1 or 2 live games during the football season for the SWAC?
Right.
That is the question of all questions that you wanted to ask, because you're only going to get able to ask one question now, Mr.
Well,
Ford.
ask him.
Talking about the basketball.
Well, the other one really wasn't a question. What I'm saying, because I do believe it's going to be more than 25,000 people at that at the Orange Blossom Classic. So you remember Zoe saying that on your station? He said that it wouldn't be but 25,000 people at the game.
You talking about for this year?
Yeah, remember he said that people weren't going to Miami this year, and he said that it probably wouldn't be but 25,000. I think that's incorrect. So that's what I'm waiting. When that game takes place, first thing I'm looking at is attendance.
Because they went off because of the travel, because we're going to be in Atlanta the week before.
Yeah, but I still think that game's going to have more than 25,000 people.
Well, I will say this, like, that is a lot to go from Atlanta and then the next week go to Miami.
Wait
a minute. It's over 1 million black people in South Florida, and you mean tell me they can't get no more than 25,000 people at the game?
We're not talking
I know better than that.
We not. Oh, so that would be them reaching out to other. And that's my thing that I was trying to explain to everybody. I think Orange Blossom Classic is on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the Sunday.
That's different. So, my thing is this, because they were trying to utilize this same type of scenario for Jackson State playing Southern in Alabama, and their premise was that it'll attract new fans, and it's like these folks got their own stuff that they got going on. They have their own uh fan bases for different football teams. I don't see them saying, "Oh, let's go to see FAMU and Jackson State." The majority of the people that were at FAMU and Jackson State's game last year were FAMU alums, Jackson State alums, Jackson State students, FAMU students, and then Deion Sanders fans.
Well, I'm gonna say it just like this. It I think this would be everybody should go to the game because this will be the culmination of can FAMU get over that hump? What is Jackson State going to look like literally for in that game? Because of the simple fact that it's FAMU Jackson State.
I would be surprised though, because this is FAMU's biggest game, ain't it? Mr. Campbell, ain't this FAMU's biggest game?
Which one?
Other than
FAMU versus Jackson State. That's their biggest game.
Their biggest game is that Florida Classic when they play Bethune-Cookman at the end of the season. That's 50,000 or more.
What's going on, Zoe?
I'm talking about
what's going on?
I'm talking about when we're
saying, Zoe, I think you wrong. You remember you said it wasn't going to be but 25,000 people at the Orange Blossom Classic? I'm waiting on the attendance because I believe it's going to be more than that.
Okay, well, 26,000.
Well, listen, what we're going to see if that's a fact. We're going to see. It's 1 million black folks down there in South Florida, and they can't get but 25,000. I'm waiting to see this.
Well, do you know what the attendance was last year with the same million people?
It was a 40,000, wasn't it?
It was 40,000. I mean, the stadium
but
whole
you said 26. You said it's only going to be 25. Your rationale was that the people ain't going to go to Miami because they'll be in Atlanta. And I'm saying, how can they not get a big crowd? You got 1 million black folks down in South Florida.
Let me rephrase that then. Jackson State won't be there in full force. How about that?
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't believe they're gonna have less than 25,000.
I mean, it's possible.
No, we'll see.
It's possible.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
FAMU is not gonna be deep in that class like what you think they are.
Well, listen, that's your opinion. We gonna see.
I mean, it's my fact, but okay.
You're right. We gonna see.
See, this is the thing with these, Mr. Ford. This is the thing with doing classics all over the world for Jackson State or for certain power. Like, you're only gonna have people have to choose a certain amount of games to go to. They have.
I'm trying to tell Ms. Ford that game. Look, that game is not gonna be attended as well as you think. Jackson State is not going to be at that game.
We gonna see. I still think it'll be more than 26,000 people there.
Okay.
Basically,
that's what I'm waiting to see.
The extra 12,000 that came last year, they going to Atlanta. Atlanta's it's a closer destination, so folks from South Carolina, North Carolina.
If you got JSU fans choosing between Atlanta, Miami, and then Southern next week, FAMU game is gonna be the odd man out. I'll tell you that now.
And then you got to go all the way to Texas, and before you even touch, you sniff the vet at home. And that's at the
and going to the game in Texas is closer than going to Miami.
It is true. That's an 8-hour drive but it's about 10 hours from Jackson to San Marcos, depending on which way you go. But I know they're gonna hopefully they fly in instead of driving to Texas. That would be the smartest thing they need to do.
Right, because I'm like, oh Lord, when you look at them ticket prices, Mr. Ford, it ain't no joke.
The cost of going to the Texas State game is going to be far less expensive and for Jackson State fans to go to than to go into the game in Miami. That's just fact.
Miami's about Mr. Ford.
That's a
Just
long way.
hotel and flight is almost $1,500, $2,000.
But I'm saying, regardless of whether the Jackson State fans come, they still will have more than 26,000 people there.
Fam, you're not gonna be at that game like you think they are, neither.
We listen, like I said, you said it like it's a fact, but I'm waiting to see the attendance.
How far is Tallahassee from Miami?
Like, I think what somebody said.
You said 700 miles, didn't you? Didn't you say that, Doc? I asked you the other night.
It was like, I think it was like
700 miles, I think.
See,
or 600 miles.
That's not one of those like turnaround type of. If it's more than 6 hours, it's not one of those turnaround type.
Yeah, Miss Mary said it's 7 hours.
Yeah, see, like Charlotte to Atlanta is like 4 hours, and then I looked up how far is it from Birmingham, and it's like 6 hours. So a 7-hour drive is not one of those turnaround type deals. And I always point out that the reason why folks were able to turn out to the Southern Heritage Classic in droves is because even if you was a college student on campus, you could, if one person had a car, everybody could literally have $50 in their pocket, and everybody chip in $10 a piece for gas, and gas wasn't even that high then, so it was really like $10 round trip for gas. You got your food, you got your ticket, and you're gonna have a good time. And so for that, like the Southern game and the Southern Heritage Classic, those two games, the reason why they're so successful is because those are games where you can get in the car, go to the game, go tailgate, go to the games, get out, might stay there for a little bit, and then you can go back home. Them other type of games, that's different.
Yeah, that's one of them games. Like,
Mr. EA says she's riding the train. I would not be. I would not be getting on a train. It would take 2 days to get there. Yeah, Jackson State should. I don't know. The only way Jackson State should play FAMU in Atlanta is if whoever it is that's supposed to be sponsoring it can guarantee FAMU and Jackson State $1 million in the clear. I'm standing on that. I'm standing on it. $1 million in the clear.
So, hey Zoe, I think
Yes, sir.
I don't think too many people saw the live earlier of what was going on down there on 1400 J.R. Lynch Street. Let the folks know what is happening in Jackson.
Well, we just doing some slight little facility upgrades, plural upgrades. That's nothing more, nothing less. We're not gonna. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together, but you still won't equal 4 just yet. So I'm not gonna let the cat all the way out the bag. I'm gonna let let the media department do what they're gonna do. But yeah, we got some things working, man. You guys know that we did the $50,000 initiative that we completed back on June 21st, and we actually started, like we told everybody we was going to get started, in July, and we'll actually finish up the first week in August with everything. And we wanted to get everything done in one fell swoop, and we completed the task, and we're going to do so. But yeah, we saw the photo, so pretty much everybody could kind of tell that, we're doing something with the weight room. It was actually supposed to be a surprise. I can actually go ahead and say this. I mentioned it on the live. The reason why it was a surprise to everyone, because in the process, they were going to surprise the players. And the players did a good thing, which was they actually didn't leave. They chose to stay during their break. They didn't go home. And so that's why Coach Beef kind of pulled back the curtain a little bit so people could kind of see what's going on. So But yeah, we're in the process of doing a complete redo to have us with an upgrade that's going to put us pretty much above all the other HBCUs when it comes to strength training component. But like I said, it's facilities. This is not just one thing that we're actually doing. We're doing multiple things at one time, and they'll be revealed here shortly when we actually get completed.
Right.
You can pull up the picture. I pulled the pictures up.
Okay.
That's Coach Pratt that he's standing next to. He was actually on one of Ken's lives.
Yeah, that's Coach Pratt. He's the assistant strength coach. He actually came to Jackson State by way of TCU and Coach Beef. And which you guys will see later on, Jackson State will be the only HBCU that has a strength staff the way that we do. We'll have a staff of 10 to 12 people on with their strength staff. We'll have 4 strength coaches on payroll, and then we're going to roll in some other entities as well, and some other hires were made in that same department as well. That you guys will see when we actually release all the info tied to that. We're going down a road that a lot of Power Fives do that I can tell you right now no other HBCU is doing. And so when they unveil all that, you will see. And we took pride in this because we knew the narrative would be once Coach Prime left, things to go back to what they were beforehand, or we will regress, or we wouldn't do what the new standard is for the new JSU. And we took pride to say, no, we're going to continue on the same trajectory that we were on when Coach Prime came. We're going to continue the mission, continue to fight, and we're not downgrading anything. We're upgrading across the board. Right. And we're just getting started. There's a lot more coming down the pipe. Down on 1400 JR Lynn Street, a lot more to come down the pipe. We are essentially taking the bulls by the horn, and we are going to change the game. The future of JSU is in our hands, and it's in the best hands that it could be. And I give kudos to Coach Prime because it took him coming for us to really truly see what we could and what we should have been doing. Mm-hmm. And we grabbed the bull by the horns, and that's what we're doing right now. And we are going to change the game with this. Well, Adrian, you say, how do I know what they're doing? I can see what you've already done. That much is easy. It don't take much to pull up and see what's already been done. But also, I could tell you this much too, Adrian. You can kind of take a look around as people talk, and you can kind of see what other schools are doing as well. I pretty much can go on record. I don't think it's pretty much debatable that a lot of HBCUs are doing from a strength and weight training component, doing what other Power Fives are doing. I don't think it's a stretch when I say that. I know you probably like to be opposite guy, but I don't really think that's far of a stretch.
I like that. I like it, man, because I'm looking at it.
And I'm gonna say this: it's not even a dig at other HBCUs. It's me bigging up JSU is not putting down everybody else. Right. It's honestly, when I big up JSU and we do what we do and we put it out there, no, it's not. It's pretty much like, hey, look at JSU, look at what JSU is doing. Let's do it too, or let's do better than what JSU is doing. It should be motivation. So, but if that's the glass if that's the prism that you want to look out of it, then be my guest. I'm not going to argue with you about it. But I'm not putting down any other HBCUs by saying we're doing something that no other HBCU has done. That's not putting down anybody else. Right. That's just stating the fact.
Right, man. So you got Coach Beef right here, man. And if you don't feel like calling a grown man Coach Beef, his name is Coach Watson, Jalen Watson. You know what I'm saying? People don't have reason. They don't feel comfortable calling another man Coach Beef.
Who doesn't feel? Well, I ain't heard that one.
Some people have it.
Oh, okay. But they were pulling the floors up.
Man, y'all was on it, man.
But yeah, but again, because that's just one component. Like I said, when we release everything, like I said, the first week in August, we'll have everything done. And it's just one component. Then we'll actually scratch it off, man. Then we're on to the very next thing. So, like I said, we are moving onward and upward. We're really trying to get some other things done, man, for JSU and the city of Jackson, by the way. Um, but yeah, so you guys just stay tuned. A lot of content will come out. We'll actually be back in Jackson in that first week of August, doing a walkthrough ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll release all the findings, and everybody will get a detailed look of every and all things that were actually done, and we can actually unveil, what the actual, and we'll actually even break it down, what the $50,000 actually went towards. So, and that'll be the cool thing about that.
I like it. I love it. I love it. Love it, man. I think everybody should be like that. And I think too, we should also have that in high regards to our small HBCUs too, man. Um, maybe they might not have the best athletic facilities like we do in the SWAC or in the MEAC, but you know what I'm saying? They still ours. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, we got some things going on. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into this right here before we move on. I'm trying to see where Mr. Ford at. Mr. Ford, come on, man. Come on, Mr. Ford. Uh um so on the show, so not on the show, but like I said, today was CIAA Media Day that was held in Roanoke, Virginia. Is it Roanoke or is it? I think it was Roanoke. It somewhere in Virginia. Put it just like that. So I've already got they've already kind of put out their list of players that's going to be pretty much dogging the league for next season. Let me get this banner out the way. So this is their preseason team for the CIAA, and as you see, you got Kalen Carter, um, Tyler Fleming from Virginia, Fayetteville State. So you got a couple of players from Fayetteville State. Keontae Hilliard from Shaw, Justin Meade from Virginia Union, Brevin Caldwell from Johnson C. Smith, Keyshawn Hinckley from Bowie State, Isaiah Freeman. We're gonna talk about him in a little bit. From Lincoln, Pennsylvania, Jada Byers. We're gonna talk about him also from Virginia Union, Sidney Gibbs from Shaw, Larry Hackey from Virginia Union, and Brady Myers from Virginia Union, and then Cameron Morrell from Fayetteville State, Isaac Anderson, and Armani Burden from Virginia Union, Michael Pillow Smiley from Virginia State, Kentrell Caldwell from Fayetteville State, Shamar Graham from VUU. You got Lee Self from St. Augustine's, Willie Drew, we're going to talk about him also from Virginia State, Jaden Carter from Bowie State, Jay Boyd from Shaw. I was trying to talk about him. We're going to talk about him next time. You got Eric Best from Lincoln, Pennsylvania, Dennis Jones from St. Augustine, and Devin Verstegen from Shaw. And for today, they really put out there, this is who they're going to think is going to repeat in the CIAA. So you have you have Fayetteville State. They picked them to win the conference again, followed by Bowie State, Virginia Union at 3, and Shaw at number 4. Virginia State at 5, Johnson C. Smith. That's in Charlotte, right?
Yes, it is. Right over there. They done gentrified that location over there by Johnson C. Smith, but yep, they have an HBCU over there.
Okay. So Johnson C. Smith is at 6, Winston-Salem State at 7, Elizabeth City State at 8. Bluefield State, who is now coming back to the CIAA after a 70-year hiatus. And y'all know the reason Bluefield State is crazy because it's still it's designated as a HBCU, but it's like 80% white.
Wait, what?
Oh, you never heard about that? You never heard that?
It's probably closer to kind of like Lincoln University in Jefferson City.
Nah, you have to read the story about why Bluefield State adjusted the
Is that what they were trying to do with Jackson State when they told us we had to get a certain number of
No, this is so with Bluefield is kind of different because Bluefield is one of those schools. I mean, it's in a coal mining community,
Oh, I see.
and so
I see it. It says that they have that's crazy that they have only that many black students that are there, but yeah, it looks like the majority of the student
body is white.
Wow.
It is a lot of you have to
5 American Indian Native Americans, 1,053 whites, 190 black African Americans, 7 Asians, 33 Hispanic, 1 Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, and 21 students with other races. And they probably are still getting that HBCU money because it's designated as a historically black college.
It was designated way beforehand, so it was already it opened up as a HBCU, but just the dynamics of it, like throughout the decades, it just basically kind of shifted from black to white. But they are returning to this conference. They were a founding member of this conference. So they will be back after a 70-year hiatus. You have Lincoln, Pennsylvania, that's at number 10. Livingstone, that's in Salisbury, North Carolina. How far is that from Charlotte?
How far is what?
Livingstone.
Where's that in Salisbury?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Oh. And then last but not least, you got St. Augustine. That's in St. Augustine, that's where in
I don't know. I know Winston-Salem is like an hour and a half from Charlotte.
Right. So you got all these schools, Virginia, North Carolina, and then you got one school in West Virginia. Oh, and then Maryland, because you got Bowie State. And Pennsylvania with Lincoln. That's Lincoln, Pennsylvania. That's outside of Philadelphia. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Rose. West Virginia State and Kentucky State is white also. Yeah. The dynamics is changing.
The dynamics is changing, but they sure still getting their money.
They can't change the designation. It's already been made. It's already been made. So
I'm wondering.
You really thinking like, yeah, gotta think about that, huh?
Yeah.
There'll be a show we can do. You be like, ooh. Yeah, big bro. It's Utica Junior College. That was the designated HBCU, but shoot, they try to take it away. All right, so remember I said it was gonna be a 3-part series for my players to watch.
Yeah.
This for the last week. And I think I got so much feedback from it that I can't just like stop at part 3, I had to go all the way through. So I did another one. It's a part 4. And you will like this list right here. You will love this list. So first,
I'ma like this list. You said I'ma like it.
you'll like it.
That means that Jackson State's gonna be on there.
Mm-hmm.
About time.
So we got Isaiah Freeman. This is quarterback from Lincoln, PA. He is a true sophomore now. He was a freshman last year.
Wow.
He was a freshman last year for the Lions. Now his stats were 117 for 237 completions to attempts, 1,667 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So that means basically this kid don't turn the ball over. He is very meticulous when it comes to making sure that the ball not being turned over. 86 carries for 382 yards and 4 rushing TDs. So, like I said, they have Lincoln, PA, I think slated at 6 on this list. So that wasn't like, nope. They got, like I said, they got him 10th. But the team goes as far as he goes. The team goes as far as he goes. And if he doesn't get it done, and this is CIAA, y'all. If he don't get it done, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But he's gonna have some sort of growing pains to it. I just like the fact that he's only a sophomore, a true sophomore right now. And he did that as a freshman last season. So next on my list is Quentin Williams, quarterback from Howard University. We talking about a kid 6'5", 200 pounds. He is a 5th-year senior now because he had a COVID. I think he had an injury. He had a COVID year. Remember, they didn't play football in the MEAC. They did play football, but Howard opted out to not play football. His stats last season was 183 for 267, 1,884 yards, 16 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He does have a high completion percentage at 65%. Carries, he has 81 carries for 172 yards and 4 rushing TDs. He is dual threat, but he likes to sit in the pocket. He likes to throw the ball. Me and Mr. Ford, we always talk about him for the fact that he does throw a good deep ball, but he kind of lacks in the department of reading progressions and throwing the intermediate and the short pass.
That's who Central need to be worried about. Howard. Need to be worried about Howard. I mean, wasn't they tied for the division?
They was tied in the conference.
So they gotta beat Howard first before you come talking about Celebration Bowl. Y'all gotta get through Howard. And it looked like Quentin Williams he's coming to claim MEAC title without being the co-champ.
And so my whole thing with Quentin Williams too is the fact that if he improves on his passing, because he has like the only other complete team Central there's not named Central is Howard. And yes, I know Jordan. I know Central hung, but I don't see him hanging 50 on them this season. I don't.
Who was that? Does that we hung 50 on you?
I knew she was going. I knew she was going
on you. So what that mean? And then gonna laugh like you didn't get. Like you didn't get 56 hung on you.
I knew she was gonna come with that. Oh, they hung 59. They hung 59 on Morgan. Oh, that was a beat down. Against Alabama State, should have won that game. Had some issues, but he picked it up when He picked it up when conference play came around. And that's all I got to say. He picked it up when conference play came around. The only hiccup in conference was against North Carolina Central, but anybody else, they dominated. They dominated. Y'all better stop. Y'all know she gets started. Next on my list, we got Willie Drew, defensive back from Virginia State. This kid right here is more really a safety. So that's the reason why you see the tackles and the tackles for loss. But his total tackles 40 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 5 interceptions, 7 pass breakups, and 1 fumble recovery. This kid is always he's a ball hawk, he's a thief. He'll get that defense going for Coach Frazier at Virginia State. My game that I want to really against is Virginia Union. Here, if not, I know that there might be at V State. I have to check the schedule on that, but y'all keep a lookout on this kid right here. He's only a sophomore, y'all. This kid is only a sophomore, and he got some things. He got more years to come. But other than that, man, we gonna move on to the next guy. Sidney Gibbs, running back from Shaw University. Now, this name sounds real familiar because his uncle is Sean Gibbs, who is the head coach down at Albany State. I mean, at Fort Valley. I'm about to say Fort Valley State. So what we see right here, he has 127 carries for 714 yards, 8 rushing TDs, 6 receptions, and 66 yards in the passing game. From what I'm hearing, my other cohorts on other platforms are picking Shaw to best out against Fayetteville State in the CIAA. But we shall see when when the season comes around. And I want to see this kid right here too. He has over I think he is pretty much close to 3,000 yards as a running back, rushing football as a running back throughout his career. And I think if he stays at his pace, he shall be Shaw University's all-time leading rusher, hopefully by the end of this season. So we shall see with going on. So, but Shaw does have a big test coming up because I think their first game is against Benedict in South Carolina. and Timona is going at the folks in the chat. Go get him, girl.
I am not. I'm just conversing quietly. I don't want to embarrass them over the live. Like, I'm not gonna embarrass them over the live.
Lord. Next on the list. There you go. You got DJ Stevens, the tight end from Jackson State University, man. You're talking about an all conference. First team all conference in the SWAC as a tight end.
I didn't even. I mean, that was just. It's just a general consensus. General consensus. Anybody who claims that he doesn't deserve that spot is hating.
Who? Talking about DJ?
Yeah, like if anybody says that DJ Stevens doesn't deserve to be on this list, they're hating.
DJ Stevens was the top returning. He's the top returning tight end in all of Black college football. You got to realize it was a basic. It was a basic toss up between last season between DJ and Kamari Averett, and DJ pretty much got the first team nod. Kamari got second team, but DJ was pretty much better. So you see his stats is 37 receptions, 376 yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. Yes, he is the best tight end in HBCU football. And Blue said it's not even close.
I am excited. And yes, Hayden Hagler is still on the team.
Yep.
Which I'll be doing a show tomorrow on the tight ends and the DBs and the safeties. But tight end room, the best tight end room in HBCU football right now is Jackson State University. And it's not even close. you know I'm gonna say that. But no, at the front, of course, we have DJ Simmons. And that's a hometown hero.
Mm-hmm. What, originally? Or
finally, put that up there. Look at Mr. Crook. He finally says something. He's been in timeout for about 5 minutes. He's talking right now. He is the best. That's just don't say nothing else. He is the best. That's it. That's all. Mr. Crook, he then came from timeout. He got his head on right now.
Look at these polls right here. We got people said Prairie View gonna win the Labor Day Classic.
I picked Texas Southern. How many? I was trying to vote 10 times, but it would only let me vote once.
Oh, they got.
I was trying to tip the scales, but it wasn't working. I wasn't able to tip the scales on that poll.
All right, I got a couple more polls for everybody.
That's Zoe, he predicted that whoever wins the Labor Day Classic is going to represent for the West. Now, Mr. Haynes, why would I be doing a show on all the tight ends or just Jay? I'm doing the tight end. We're doing positions, Mr. Haynes. What did I say? Ridiculous Blue. Now, I did hear some ridiculous things on Timona's show last night, but it's okay. Oh, Blue.
All right, you got another one for everybody.
What are we doing now?
There's another poll. I'm working the.
Oh, okay, he's working the magic, y'all. I am so proud of Doc because I've been wanting us to do polls on Saturday nights.
Yeah. So man, look out for DJ to be first team all SWAC next season. I don't care what anybody say.
Right.
Look for him to have a pretty much bigger. He'll have a bigger role, especially in the passing game, and especially with this offense. So y'all look out for that, though.
Blue, we don't have 10 to 12 wide receivers on our. Oh, he must be saying 4-star and 3-star. Because we have actually I think we actually have. I had on my screen. I had 18 wide receivers, and we have a couple more. But of that, there was we have 4 4-stars and 4 or 5 3-stars. Blue, what other team in the FCS has that many 4 and 3-stars on their team? Y'all, we're getting ready to do a poll. I'm excited. I like polls. And for Mr. EA Sports in the chat, our DBs are just as good as last year's. I think they're It's actually kind of crazy though, because like they'll say Shiloh wasn't able to play full season, and neither was Travis Hunter due to injury. But our other DBs that exited, which was Herman Smith and
Tavion
Huggins.
Huggins and Tavion.
Tavion Beasley was a true freshman, so he had limited play. So then you have John Huggins and Herman Smith. And I think Herman Smith, I know for sure, is a 3-star. John Huggins. I don't know.
Huggins was the switchblade to me.
Oh. So
Meaning when I say switchblade, meaning like he was versatile. He could play safety, he could play corner, he could play nickel, he could play slot.
which they said Kedron Callaghan can do that, right? From what I've heard.
Yeah, he can do that.
Basically, what I'm saying is that our DB room has exponentially increased in talent. 3-star Nyreek Sharp. Isaias Guthrie.
We'll get it. I already did him earlier. Let's see.
You did it?
I did him earlier.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So next on the list.
FAMU, you guys made a list.
He ain't. I don't know who. I don't know his mama
Why
name.
his mom named him Gentle? Ain't nothing about that gentle.
He wanted to be gentle. He was gentle as a baby, but when he on that field, he's a terror. He's a sawed-off defensive tackle at 5'11", 295 pounds. He's a booger. That's what we call him. He's a booger. That's what you call a short defensive tackle.
What Gentle Hunt do against Jackson State last year?
Not too much. Not too much. So his total stats is 30 tackles, 30 total tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 2 QB hits, 1 pass breakup, and 1 block kick. That dude was everywhere. And the block kick came against when they played Alabama State. Basically, they took that thing to the house, and that's how they won the game. Yes, this is a player. This is a list, Uncle Steven. This is a list. I'm being fair.
And I'm being quiet.
I'm being fair.
Crook said Warren Sapp Jr.
Yes. Like for real, he is like a Warren Sapp Jr. Like I expect big things for him this season.
How tall is Gentle Hunt?
5'11".
5'11". Oh, he's a monster truck.
At almost 300 pounds. Blue talking about Mr. Campbell had to pull a little car over so he could believe his white.
So he had 2 5-tackle games against Alabama State and Albany State, recorded a tackle for loss in 4 games against Alabama State, Alabama A&M, South Carolina State, and Albany State. Lone sack of the season came against Alabama A&M. He blocked a kick versus Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff, okay. I thought it was Bama State. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
And then he forced and recovered a fumble versus Alabama State. And you needed every bit of that, huh? They needed Gentle Hunt every bit of that game against Alabama State, huh? That game was fighting for FAMU was fighting for their life in that game.
On both sides, that game was terrible. Now, defensive wise, it was great. Offensive wise, I don't know what the hell Bama State was doing on offense.
Is this with Demetrius Davis at the helm?
Yes. You have to watch. That game is on HBCU Go. Watch the game, and you'll be like, what the hell are they doing out there on the field?
Mr. Crook said the man is always low. Mr. Crook has been acting up in the chat all night.
I like that, though. At least it be, you know what I'm saying?
He said
he did himself.
He said that FAMU's cheating because Gentle Hunt is always low. Get someone over 6 foot.
Now I did say this on the space last night on Twitter. I said I only give FAMU credit for giving me 2 Hall of Famers because I'm a Cowboys fan, giving me Bullet Bob Hayes and giving us Big Nate Newton, and for the future giving us Isaiah Land and Marquise Bell. Other than that,
Oh
it's
Lord, have
it's
mercy on my
chop a
soul.
Let's head off.
I had to mute my mic on that one.
What? I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't hate.
No, not on that. On Adrian Crook's joke. I had to mute my mic because I didn't want to be boisterous. I didn't want to do that. And Mr. Campbell be talking so much mess. Oh my god.
Yes, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, he is a disruptive stump. That's what he is.
No.
That's
What's he gonna do against the 6'4" line offensive lineman and
man,
the 6'7" lineman? What he gonna
it's called
do?
leverage.
He gonna try to take them knees out.
It's
Y'all
called,
better listen.
called leverage.
Listen. Head on the swivel, y'all better watch y'all knees. He coming up to basically your knees. You know, we got a 6'7" offensive lineman, 6'4", 6'7".
That 6'4", this 6'4" is gonna be on the
What?
inside.
How tall is DeAndre Towns Blue? Ain't he about 6'7"?
Think like 6'5", 6'6".
No, let me figure out which. We have a 6'7" O-line on our roster, and he gonna have to. Hey, cover your knees, boy. Cover your knees.
Hey, bro. Yeah. Let me know. This my big brother right here, man. Let me know when you go, I'm roll with you. We'll roll together.
You can't be rooting for the Cowboys.
I'm a Cowboys fan. He a Lions.
No, you have to root for the Lions because James Houston plays for the Lions.
He's still gonna get love because
Yeah, Quay Davis has to cover his knees because Gentle Hunt is coming up to his knees.
Well, Gentle ain't playing on the outside. Gentle is always gonna be on the inside. That's the reason why. It's always gonna be about leverage.
I wonder how tall Josiah Roa is.
Josiah
Roa.
6. I think he's like 6'7".
Hey, y'all boys better cover y'all knees. Like Adrian Crook said, he's always low. That's the secret weapon.
Next on the list, got Lewis Matthews, linebacker from Grambling State. Any Grambling fans in the house? Let me know where you at.
Oh, Grambling, dear Grambling, we love you. I think that's how it goes.
No, Grambling is basically it's the Christmas tree song. Oh, Grambling, oh, Grambling. Where's Mr. Ford when you need him?
I know when Coach Hugh and the football players were singing the song, they were singing it like how I was doing it.
But we got Lewis Matthews, him and Sunday Yada Anderson. We already did a player profile on him earlier.
Right.
Man, that man is a man. This man right here is pretty much Aubrey Miller, a lesser version of Aubrey Miller. When I say a lesser version, 5'11", 220 pounds. He's a middle linebacker for Grambling State. Led the team in total tackles with 103, 12 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 1 quarterback hit. So pretty much this man he's a run stopper.
Mm-hmm.
He's a run stopper. He gets in your
back.
Alcorn
is definitely going to have to watch out for them. For Lewis Matthews and Sundiana Anderson.
Yeah, but especially for Sundiana Anderson. I'm glad that Justin got to play him this year.
You know what? I said that. I was like, look, if we got to play, I said, well, based off of Blue when he was talking, when he went to their spring game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's just Blue's ability to talk folks up or not, but the way Blue was talking, he had me shaking in my boots. I said, "Oh Lord!"
That is like 6'5".
No, he said that he looked like a giant. He said that
Yes.
he was looking up at him. I was like, whoa. Like, where did this guy come from? I was scared just based off the description, and I said, well, I'm glad we don't have to play him.
That is true. We got Uncle Sid in the building. Just Uncle Sid know what we doing. And yeah, man, he's gonna be all over the place. Those two dynamic duos.
Blue said he don't hype folks up like us. He brings the facts. He said he's big.
I'm just saying
and you know what? I'm excited to see these. Hopefully they'll be gentle giants. At the SWAC. Hopefully they don't growl. Mr. Walker said somebody growled at him at practice the other day. So hopefully they'll have their growling put up. I ain't said nothing wrong about Gremlin now. No, but he said that he's big.
Yeah, man. So he's a big dude. But I expect big things from Lewis Matthews this year. Glad he ain't got to play Jackson State.
Yep.
But he can wreak havoc in the West.
Make it to beat out the West.
They only go so far as the QB goes.
But somebody was saying that it was the QB1 is not going to be Michael Crowley or not Crowley.
Miles
Crowley. Is it Crowley or Crawley?
Crowley.
Mm-hmm. So somebody was saying that he's not it.
Hold on. Taco Tuesday. Oh
Lord. Why are you now? Don't be making fun of their suits because you're gonna have to see them in person now.
Well, they were getting roasted. Blue was probably making fun of their suits. He still was interviewing them folks. Oh, let me move to the next.
Make sure if you are going to SWAC Media Day, whether you're a player, a coach, or we down south, so it's the SWAC is down south, so we're gonna put a little country on it. But just make sure you suited and booted, to the T's and to the nines, because they janking on everybody. Nobody's safe.
Man, I'm Texas country, so I got an accent all the way through. People heard my accent last night. They like, "Woo, I heard the Texas come out of you." Say mine. Hey.
Gotta come suited and booted. Can't be half stepping at SWAC Media Day.
Sus came with a gift card to jump. Hold on, you
listen, sir. You just got your media credentials granted. Don't be over here clowning now.
Hey, man, that was fun. That was funny. I just say it. I'm just reading off what's on the chat.
Okay.
Oh man, let's see what this poll talking about right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got Central overall lead over Howard, and I said anyone else.
You can only vote twice or once.
I put 3 times. I put 3 on. I said Central.
Yeah, I just tried to vote once. I can't vote no more. Can you give me like a little thing where I can vote more than once?
I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
I gotta even out the there's a little bit of it's kind of biased, so I need to even out a little bit.
All right, we'll move on to the next person. Hey, Southern, you thought I forgot about y'all. I got you a player on here. Jordan Carter, defensive back from Southern University. He was the transfer. He transferred in from Bowie State. And
I am not trying to be funny. I promise you I'm not. But did you make that jersey, purple?
No,
Or whose purple jersey is that?
that is Southern's jersey.
Southern got a purple jersey.
No, it's dark blue.
So that's Photoshop, or they got a.
No, that's not Photoshop. That's not Photoshop. So man, look, coming down from D2 Bowie State to actually to Southern University and FCS, he actually did good. 36 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 3 interceptions, 1 QB hit, and 3 pass breakups. We talking about this kid right here. He's already coming from a team that actually played down in dirty dog defense when he was coached under Damon Wilson at Bowie. So he already got that dog in him. And he got a couple of years left, y'all.
He got that dog in him.
Now, see, that's when Coach Green needed to not be on the platform, but he needed to be in the chat to see that I did put somebody from Southern in here.
Oh, Coach Green ain't never on the wrong times. Here, let me pretend like I'm Coach Green. No, you're wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You know, I could give you some cool points. I can give you some cool points for that.
I'm done.
I can give you cool points for that.
I'm done. Yeah, but he from the DMV, and I like his game, but that stiff arm. Whoever gave him that, I think that was Savion. Who gave him that stiff arm? Who gave him that stiff arm?
You know it was Savion. His face was pushing up the flowers in the dirt. You know Savion's ox. He was tearing through them defenses. They couldn't do nothing with him.
Well, he grazing in the field in Colorado, so I can't say nothing about it. He's not an ox no more. He's a buffalo.
Oh my gosh.
Avis needs to chill. Avis, hey, Avis, if you gonna troll, how about send a donation to the Cash App, because we got our media day credentials. We're trying to get to Birmingham, man.
It was ugly, but Miller got trucked in the spring. Ask him how he ran across my post.
Oh man, so we got who we got. Man, I like to see him play. We'll see him. We'll see him again September the 9th in Baton Rouge. But they got a game. I think they got a game early. First game of the season against Alabama State. That's the Labor Day Classic for Alabama State. Let's see what they do. So we'll see. Got next on the list.
K5.
Who that is?
K5. Kendrick Wiggins.
Defensive back, Jackson State University. Straight out of Houston, Texas, baby. The numbers might not look good because remember we had a pretty much stacked backfield, defensive backfield, and then once Travis Hunter got back healthy, came into the game. You seen the production. Well, the production didn't fall off. Nobody did throw his way.
I also want to ask, why is the touchdown not on there versus Musa? Wasn't that K5?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he did score the touchdown. That's my bad. So he had 14 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, the 1 interception, 4 the tutty, and 5 pass breakups.
Mr. Hardy said Moose's leading receiver. I am done.
Pretty much.
like I said earlier in the year, and I'm sticking to it. The quarterbacks in the SWAC will be turning our DBs into wide receivers. You know, they say that it's hard for players to play both ways, but the quarterbacks are definitely going to be throwing at the defensive backs on our team, and they're going to catch it and take it back for a touchdown. So, you know.
That's true. But I like him with K5 on one side, Jalen Hughes on the other side.
Keedron Callaghan.
Yep. And then you're gonna see a lot of. I'm gonna tell y'all gonna see a lot of freshmen this season for Jackson, especially in that defensive backfield.
Absolutely. Once again, our depth is, you can switch the ones and the twos, and there's no drop off, and even some of them the threes.
I appreciate you, Avis, for the donation, sir. Now you can talk all the noise you can. So now y'all say please play freshman at DB.
What?
That was
Two of our freshmen last year was Tavion Beasley, who didn't even play that much, got an interception. For the limited play that Tavion Beasley got, he had an interception. Mr. Hogan.
We'll see, man. But we're gonna see what happens. It started in Atlanta.
Mr. Avis said that Mr. Hogan shouldn't be worried about the DBs anyway because he doesn't have a quarterback. Whoa, this chat is spicy, and
I love it. But it's cool though. I love it. Like, it's, we can all have fun without going overboard, y'all. We got next on the list. All right, now Blue. I told Blue I was gonna have this man right here, Kayvon Pope, linebacker from Tennessee State University. This is the linebacker. This is the player that actually left Ohio State right before their bowl game.
Oh, wow.
He's a 4-star middle linebacker out of Dinwiddie, Virginia. And what I say, I'm telling y'all, this Tennessee State defense, and this is what Blue keeps telling me, the Tennessee State defense is going to be lights out this year. They have pretty much, like you said, I've already did Monroe Beard because he's going to play. He's going to play, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to play inside. I did Jalen Bell. He transferred in from Valley. He's going to be in the middle on the defensive line. Now you got Kayvon Pope right here. His total stats were 62 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss. He had a half a sack, 4 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble. So basically, Buddy was all over the field, and he is a grad student now. So he had to think this is his last year. If this is his last year, Blue kind of back me up on this. If it's his last year, if not, he probably got 2 years left. So, but as far as the linebackers go, it's gonna go the way he run and the way Monroe Beard goes. And then I think who else I got on this list right here. So we should see. Terrell Allen again. This is from Tennessee State defensive line, Tennessee State University. Talking about DN. 6 foot, 265, 70 pounds.
That's a grown man.
That is a grown man wearing number 9. What other defensive lineman is wearing a single digit jersey, y'all?
You know he's dangerous. He get a lower.
That man ain't got nothing to live for. Look, man, look, 36 total
Who
tackles.
says that these are upperclassmen? So the last two ones that you just pointed out, that's they last year.
Mm-hmm. So 36 total tackles for this guy, 12 tackles for loss because he was in your mama's backfield, 4.5 sacks and 2 pass breakups. And I think he only did this in like 9 games. I'm just saying, you wearing a single digit jersey, bro. You ain't got you don't care about nobody else's life. That's what I see. That's what I see. But this defense is gonna be real nasty. I want to see it. I'm gonna see it this season. Like I said, I'm gonna be on these games this season. I'm gonna be on these games. So hey Adrian, that's the best thing you done said tonight. He got to be good. He got to be good to wear that number 9, that single digit jersey. Oh Lord, here we go with the JSU slander. I love the banter, y'all. I love the banter. I love the banter. But let's see who got on the list next right here. I think this is the last guy right here. Now, this my guy right here. Jada Byers, running back for Virginia Union.
What?
Yeah.
Is this his stats overall for the
Oh,
past
this
couple
is
years?
stats from last season only.
There's no way.
I'm a let hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm a school you on my guy. I'm gonna school you on him. All right. She like, no, that is not his numbers. That is not his numbers. So last season, my guy, 284 carries, 1,920 yards, 19 rushing touchdowns, 18 receptions, 162 yards, and 2 passing receiving touchdowns, 6 attempts for 134 yards of kickoff return yards, and then 2 attempts for 32 punt return yards. So let me tell you about this dude. This dude is from Hamilton, New Jersey, St. Joseph's High School. 5'7", 180 pounds. And shout out to Anscape for doing an article with him because he was one of the guys they did an article on as far as doing Father's Day with the Sayers and all those everybody else. So shout out to Mr. Byers for being a father to his kid. All right. So his total rushing stats for last season and in the year before. He has over 2,800 yards, 31 touchdowns. And he's been averaging over 6 yards a carry. And here's the thing, he led in all divisions of NCAA football in rushing.
What was the quarterback's numbers looking like?
Well, this is mainly a running offense, so that's the reason why. Let me, everybody, y'all listen to me. I'm gonna blow his picture up, full screen layout.
Mm-hmm.
My man Jada Byers, and let's see,
Did they even have a quarterback?
had a quarterback. He was good.
What's
So
his
I say
name?
it's a Russian.
Was it Joseph Johnson?
Let me see.
Jakari Grant, Christian Reed, or Rosales? No, it couldn't have been Rosales.
But he was you're talking about a the offense is geared around the run. So it's not like the quarterback was trash. it was always geared. It's always geared for running the ball. In 11 games, y'all, 11, they were the top scoring team in all HBCU football at 40.5 points a game. They led as a team with 2,700 yards as a team rushing the ball.
Well, I could see why the quarterback only got 3 touchdowns this year.
What I'm saying?
9, like you said, it's run first offense.
Run first offense, but guess what? He also had 18 touchdowns passing and 1,900 yards throwing. So this they really was evened out. Let me tell you. Let me give y'all some. Let me give y'all some stats about Mr. Byers. In 11 games, he ran for 100 or more yards, except for one game, and that was the first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, he had 98 yards in that first game. Second game, he had 319 yards with 3 touchdowns. Third game, 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. The fourth game, 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. Against St. Augustine's, 114 yards for 2 touchdowns. Elizabeth City, 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bowie State, he had 277 yards and 1 touchdown. Lincoln, PA, 187 yards and 4 touchdowns. Chawan, he had 109 yards. He didn't. That's the first time he didn't score. Virginia State, he had 132 yards and 1 touchdown. And then in the playoff game against Wingate, he still had 119 yards and he didn't score. And they lost that game. The only 2 games that they lost were to Virginia State. Wait a minute, take that back. It wasn't Virginia State. I think it was Chawan. So they blew out Virginia Lynchburg 77-0. They beat Valdosta State last year 45-40. Livingstone they beat 42-6. Fayetteville State they eked out a 3-point win 31-28. St. Augustine they blew them out 69-0. Why do you even get on the field? Elizabeth City they destroyed 49-0. Bowie State was an overtime victory, 27-24. Lincoln, PA, they beat them by 25, 45-20. Chawan, that's the one game they lost, 26-21. They lost to Chawan. Now Chawan is not in the conference. They brought Bluefield State back in. Virginia State, 33-21. They won that game. And then against Wingate in the playoff, they lost 32-7. Every game he played, except for the first game, he had over 100 yards. Who does that? Who does that?
A dog.
A dog. And the games he didn't score, they lost. So now he's a junior coming up this year. And if he had the same stats, if he does the same thing like he did last season, best believe he will be pretty much the all-time leading rusher in NCAA. in all divisions. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Whatever. That's what I say. This is what I'm saying. He has over 2,200 all-purpose yards by himself. Shoot, a lot of schools like Valley didn't even have enough as all-purpose yard for a whole squad last season. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. This is a dog right here. That's my list right here. This is my list. And if you think I should come up with another list for this week before we try to head out to SWAC Media Day, let me know what I need to say. But um, but like I said, look, I'm happy. I'm happy that our hard work is going to be seen around, and we're going to be able to talk to these players, be able to talk to the coaches, try to get ourselves to talk to the athletic director. I mean, when even the AD or even the commissioner.
Oh, I want to talk to Reggie Theus. Is he gonna be there?
I don't know if Reggie gonna be there, but he should. Yeah, we yeah, Uncle said we trying to we raising money. I'm trying to raise money. Look, I just pay bills, and we got our approval earlier today, and I'm just trying to see what we can do so we can get myself down there and get myself back.
How far if you're driving? How far is that from Texas to
It's
Alabama?
like 8 hours.
Okay.
It's like 8 hours. So like when you get to Jackson, that's the middle part of the state, and so by the time I get to, it's like an hour and 15 minutes from Jackson to Meridian,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you get from Meridian, it's like another 2 hours, like another hour and a half or so. So that's if I was driving. If I was flying, it'd be a whole different story. So we are going to be. I'm myself, and I don't know. Are you going to do the same thing as far as on your end,
What?
as far as try to raise money and donation to?
Oh, okay. Yeah, on Saturday.
So we'll have it on Saturday. If you still want, and with me, if you want to go ahead and put it, to donate, you are more than welcome to do it, even if we don't have a show on tomorrow. But we will definitely be doing it big time on Saturday, and more
Right.
than likely, I probably won't do a show, but I'll probably do a show on Sunday too. So,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just trying to get, if it's 100, if it's 100, probably like 105 people in here, and there's $5, man. Look, that's over $500 in one point of time. And like I said,
Mhm.
it helps me out. It helps everybody out. Um, so I just I appreciate the people who did donate. I will give y'all a shout out right now. Excuse me. So Miss Brandy, uh, donated $10. Mr. Avis, he donated $10. Mr. Williams, David Williams donated $10, and Mr. Hardy also donated $10. So if anybody wants to match that, the Cash App is in.
That's a great start.
That's a great.
Mr. What is Mr. EA saying? Keep Timona away from FAMU players. We will anoint them from head to toe before leaving. Why would they keep? Why would they keep me from the FAMU players? I'm not going to interview. Who is coming? Musa?
Musa and
Not Kamari Stevens.
I ain't smart.
Replaced him with somebody else. Kamari Stevens is not coming any longer.
I ain't smart.
Reporting live from FAMU's business. No, but EA, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
Come on, Unc, gonna make that donation. I got Willie on here for Wednesday.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me. I'm trying to think of a question to ask Musa. What are your goals for this season? What are your yardage goals and touchdowns this season? Is that a good question?
I mean, yeah, you can say like, what's your
I want to be as professional as possible. So
wow, Bluebeard.
Is that where he's going?
I don't know where is he going?
Doesn't Florida A&M play them this year?
I think so. No, they play South Florida.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that was trifling. That would be trifling.
Yeah, gotcha.
Listen, I definitely would be professional. The FAMU folks don't have to worry. I won't be showing no shade. I won't throw any shade at the athletes. So tomorrow tight ends, and because are they still going to have a show tomorrow, or because of the passing of Ken Clark? Are they Ken Clark's grandma?
Ken said he's going to do a show tomorrow.
He is.
Already did it.
Okay, so Friday night, KC 1400 is back from their hiatus. No, we play South Florida.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I know they play South Florida.
Okay. I was getting ready to say that's messy if Kamari Stevens ended up showing up there with that gear on. No, but we wish Mr. Stevens well.
Horrible.
We wish him well. So, Doc, you got to get your what did he say? Khakis and button-ups ready.
Made me sound like I'm going to a dance.
No, because you
job interview.
Logo, you're gonna get your HBCU Overdrive logo on your shirt, right?
Man, I might well just come with the hoodie, but I got a shirt. Yeah, I got my shirt.
Ready.
I got a shirt. I got a shirt, and plus I got a heat press machine right here.
I was just gonna say you got one in house. A black polo, even though it's kind of hot, but a black polo with the purple and the blue. That'll be nice.
Look, I appreciate you, EA, for the donation, man.
EA sent you a donation.
Yes, he did. Amen. Ain't God good?
He need a donation for all that heckling that he does.
You got Mr. Cook, Tony Cook, with the donation. Appreciate you, sir.
Yes, they coming in.
Yeah.
All the FAMU folks that be ganging up on me on Twitter, they need to be making a donation. I need my reparations.
And shout out to Miss Karen Griffin. She been with the show since day one.
Steven just won a better draft grade, and he's betting on himself for the draft, similar to Gaddy. Okay. Okay.
So media day. Let's see who we got coming in for media day on Tuesday. I know they had this.
It's supposed to be all. It's supposed to be the coaches. Oh, you're talking about for the students?
Yeah. Wow. They say he can get them. Get them.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna just laugh off screen so that if you wasn't looking in the chat, you don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm not worried about you talking about laughing on screen. You better laugh. Shoot. We have fun on this show. Y'all know that.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Better get them books.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta hit up Mr. Singleton. He is the director of media for Alabama State. Is he director of media? No, he's the athletic. He's the director of public whatever public relations for the football team. But I'm gonna shout him out because he'll be there. Because he asked me when I called him after I did the interview with Mikey Victor. He asked me if I was coming to the media day, and I told him I don't know. So, but if you do, shoot me.
I wanted to put this shade up because I thought it was so funny. Like, it was really funny about SWAC Media Day. And I wanted to share it with everybody that's on the chat right now because it was funny to me. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. My phone is actually dead, so I don't actually see it. But thank you so much.
Uncle Steve gave Mr. Campbell gave me something.
So this was just funny to me. So
Mr. Campbell crazy. He said, I gave you $20 to actually report facts about FAMU players.
Oh, wait.
But it's all good though, because he family, man. He family.
Oh my goodness. Well, Mr. Campbell, I always talk facts, so you don't ever have to worry about that. So I'm gonna read this because it was funny to me. So Mr. Clark, we are going to be doing a show on Saturday and tomorrow as well, and we'll actually be collecting a super chat if you want to do a super chat or a Cash App donation. And you basically ask those types of questions that you want asked. Of course, you would have to put specifically which coach you want that question asked to. Right. No petty questions though. You know, you got to keep it real professional.
Got to keep it funky. We ain't.
So this is Dre. If you guys don't have a Twitter, or if you
Dre's
do,
funny as hell, man.
Follow him because he's gonna be throwing shade left and right. We bump heads all the time, but it's all love. So he said, the main podcasters who complain about SWAC Media Day stage be having fitted sheets hanging in their background of their YouTube shows. Like
Draco.
Y'all folks, don't be over here acting all high and mighty, knowing you're using your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh Jesus!
On your last leg to pay the StreamYard. The StreamYard done gave you about 3 or 4 notifications that you ain't paid your bill yet, and you don't know if you're getting kicked off or not. No, but I anticipate that SWAC Media Day is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of banter back and forth, of course, amongst coaches and players, but it should definitely be a great time. Thank everybody who sent a donation. to both me and Doc. Um, we're stepping it up a notch this year, Doc.
Yes, it is. We said we manifested this, y'all. It was something that I said I wanted to do. I wrote. In fact, I wrote a. I don't know. It was a heartfelt letter to myself, or it was kind of like a statement. But I said that let me get this pettiness off the screen right here because this is Beyonce faces. Just the Beyonce face is petty as hell. But I said I thank God for letting me shine a light on all HBCUs. It's just not my alma mater. It's just just not just Jackson State because we have plenty of channels that actually shed the light for our individual institutions. But to me, I just feel I shed the light to all the institutions. And I said that, you know, I've talked about this and I'm like, look, I want to manifest this into permanent. Like, I want this to be my job.
Right.
I don't want to work for nobody else. I want this to be my job. I just want to wake up when I get up and get and just tell a story about our HBCUs. Like you know what I'm saying? We don't get enough credit for doing this. And talking about with me, I got a little speech impediment. I'm sorry, shoot. I'm from Texas, but I got a country twang to myself. But I got an impediment. I stutter. Doesn't matter. But when it comes to sports and it comes to our institutions, I'm wired up for it. Like this is something that I I work for. And if bro Meac Mike is in the chat, he already know we started doing the live chat with just one or two people on here.
And that just speaks to volumes that doesn't even matter. The level of knowledge that you have about HBCU football, sports, politics, history, being a history major, what you bring, the history of Jackson State, and then just your life experiences, all of those things helped you grow, and they are what makes you unique. There's a lot of people that can talk just as eloquently, and they have a platform, and they have all these different things with regards to the time that they've put in and spent in working or covering HBCUs, and your platform speaks volumes, and people like coming to your platform, and you have hundreds of people watching you. So
Yeah.
Mr. Campbell, send me a different type of message, because I always come with the facts now. They might not be what you like. They might be a little bit maybe I do a hypothesis, so I base it off of facts.
I'm about to say.
I base my opinions off of facts.
And I just manifested it. I just prayed. I was like, man, I want to do this. I just want to not work for nobody else. I want to be my own entity. I want to be my own,
You're on your way to 2,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just breached 2,000 followers last night. We're doing well. And once once this season hits, after the FAMU game, our postseason show might have about 5,000 people on there.
Man.
Because it's going to be a funeral, soul singing, flower bringing. We might have 5,000 folks up in there. All of them,
We appreciate everybody. We appreciate. Man, but like it's so crazy because I ain't know what to say when I get on this thing. I just freestyle. and
Right.
then when Timona, when she got on here, she's like, I don't know if I'm ready to be on live, to do my own live. So she just jumped on this, and then I just came with the idea, like, hey, Saturday night, why don't we just do a show together? And you know what I'm saying? We still have our individual channel and individual shows, but on Saturday nights, you can't miss us.
Mm-hmm.
You can't miss us, and you can't miss this because I think we're the only ones in the HBCU platform that have a Saturday night show. And when I get I gotta hit my guy Brian up, my first co-host when we did our post game shows, um, and let him know what we're gonna do, and want him to come back on here so we can get his expertise and get his perspective um, on his side. And since he's a former athlete, I don't care if it was rugby. He played hockey. He was a former athlete and played at the highest level in the NHL. I'm gonna bring my bro. I'm gonna bring my bro back on the show. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what anybody say.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if you still want to donate, we'll do donations all throughout this weekend, all the way up till Monday. We'll do a show. I'll do a show on Sunday. We'll have our show on Saturday, and we trying to get to the money. We try to get to the money. We trying to elevate. We try to get this platform going, and to the point where, shoot, I could call Coach Dooley up and say, "Hey, you down for an interview?"
Uh-oh. It's on
Oh,
wax. Get it on
oh,
wax. You gonna
oh, oh! Just thought about this too. So homecoming weekend, and Miss Aquay had already hit this up with me. All right, while I was in Jackson for stepson's orientation, right?
mm-hmm.
So she was like, "Why don't we do a meet? When I do a meet and greet?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Hmm, that sounds real cool. That sounds interesting, right there. It really does." So I'm like, "How about we both go along with the meet and greet?" Because people gonna go. It's the day party on what's that on Thursday, and then you have the party on Friday night. That's downtown, and then of course Saturday is the game, and then we leaving out on Sunday. So I'm just trying to figure something out. Trying to figure it out. Like, should we do it Friday? Should we do it on Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Are you talking about for homecoming?
Yeah, we was talking about doing a meet and greet.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully if you come on Monday night, or I don't know how many people are coming Tuesday morning or Monday night, but if you come on Monday night and we have enough podcasters, we could do a live show.
Well, I'm talking about I'm talking about you talking about for SWAC Media Day, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm talking about for homecoming for Jackson State.
What? Why is first of all, I don't even know how I can see Meac Mike's comments. I guess because I'm in your stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
why is he trying to play SWAC? He said, "Will SWAC have a tarp again for their media day?"
I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but I did have
Oh,
something to say about that last year, and
oh,
I
you did?
erased it. I did. I
I
erased
must have missed it. I must
that
have
was
missed it,
well,
or it must not have been that big of a deal to me.
it was one of those.
Did Meac Mike even go to Meac Day? Or when is Meac?
Media Day is tomorrow.
Oh, is Meac Mike gonna be in attendance? Does he have his credentials? He have his proverbial poop talking credentials? Some of these folks alone that be in this chat talking mess.
I'm mad that
They
Avis called
need
him.
to get their credentials for being petty. You hear me?
Huh?
They need to get their petty credentials. We're gonna have to have a HBCU pettiest comment award.
Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna have smack.
Let's do a poll. Who is the pettiest? Avis is Israel
petty.
Carey.
Avis is the pettiest on this show.
Avis, Israel Carey, Meac Mike. Russell Haynes gets in there.
Mr. Campbell.
Oh, Mr. Campbell.
Mr. When JB Senior come up in here, boy, he petty as hell. He petty as hell. Oh yeah, Blue at Meac. He gonna be at Meac Media Day too, man. So shout out to Blue for going up to
Virginia.
Virginia. Yep.
EA, why is you bringing up what Prime do and don't like?
Well, we ain't gonna worry about Prime, but he is going on for surgery for his foot again.
He's going again?
Yeah, to straighten out his toes, like for real, like literally. So he because he don't wear. Last season he didn't wear tennis shoes a lot. Like he was in slippers and stuff because it's comfortable on his feet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's back in the hospital. He's going back to do the corrective surgery on his toes.
Lord. Well, prayers up to Coach Prime. That's a lot of surgeries in the last couple of weeks.
Melanated. The heat here in Dallas, it was up almost. The heat index was close to 115 degrees here. I bet you
it's what's going on. It's like y'all are over there living in hell. 150 degrees, and that's not even including
heat index. That's just the heat index.
Right. So the ground is probably at 120, 125. They said that some of the cleats are melting on the turfs. That's how hot it is. It's not too bad here. Like for the most part, it's actually kind of mild considering that it's mid almost the end of July. We probably have like upper 80s.
Bro, but
Texas heat is something different. It's that
it's like you going through a gladiator. You going through a gladiator fight with our heat. Yeah. It's like, and we ain't even hit our dog days yet. Our dog days is in August. When we hit our dog day, and once September come around, we like okay, it kind of it eases up because it goes back from it goes down from 100 or something to maybe 90, and then October come, it kind of be a little mild, 80, 85, and then November come, you start to cool off.
Well, you guys have the hurricane season. That's the only thing. You guys have hurricane season.
I'm not in Dallas. I'm 4 hours inland from the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, but you guys can still get flooded.
With rain, yes. Rain. Yeah, but we talking about hurricane, that's like Houston, Corpus, Brownsville, in those areas, Port Arthur, Beaumont. So you won't really see it.
I will just never forget freshman year. I had decided to go to Jackson State, and I had this nice lady, Miss Diane Patrick. She was like, "I'll take you to Jackson State." So her and her daughters loaded me up in her van, and she took me all the way to Jackson State. We wasn't even in school a week, and Hurricane Katrina hit.
Oh yeah, my cousins went to. I had a cousin.
I was sleeping on top of the what is it? I was sleeping on top of the pool table in the old student union.
Oh yeah, Now, when my cousins went to USM, so they had to evacuate to Jackson from Hattiesburg. So they were TBLs. The only other hurricanes I've been in, other than I was Rita, because Rita came through. This is when I was in East Texas in Nacogdoches. So Nacogdoches is probably like 2 hours from Houston,
Uh-huh.
2.5 hours from Beaumont, Port Arthur, 45, 50 minutes from Louisiana. Um, we were my mom. My mom was like, "You coming home?" I was like, "No, ma'am." Is this was probably like a couple of weeks after Katrina came, right? So when Katrina came, uh, Katrina came when people was coming into Nacogdoches, it was like a virtual parking lot going down 59.
Mm.
Because everybody was trying to come in, and they was trying to come in. And then the same thing with Rita. When Rita came, basically people was evacuated from Houston, and,
Mm.
and so they didn't have they didn't have a this they didn't do an evacuation procedure. So if you stay, if you stay closer to the water, like everything supposed to flow back towards inland. So when you drive it, it's supposed to flow like the other side of the freeway is supposed to go the same way that what I'm saying, that the one side is going.
Right.
So if you got one side is going south, the other side is going north. That shit changes around. Everything goes north. Hold on, y'all. Keep go ahead and keep talking.
I'm just, I don't know, just the way the weather has been. It's been so hot, and there's been tornadoes. Mm-mm. I'm hoping that this is a mild hurricane season. Won't need no extra upsets. I wanted to share, but it's not pulling up for me right now, which is the JSU Atlanta Collective. Oh, here it goes. Can you share? They wanted me to share this for our.
Is that for the Meac SWAC challenge?
Yes, so the JSU Atlanta Collective with Cortez Bryant,
Who I
which
went to
he's.
school with.
Oh, you went to school with Cortez Bryant?
Yeah, we were freshmen. We came in as incoming freshmen.
Okay. And DJ Unpredictable 601. They have a weekend takeover for the MEAC SWAC challenge.
Hmm.
They're gonna have a meet and greet mixer and an after party, and then the big game, and then you go to Sweet Lounge ATL. It's almost like a mini homecoming.
Yeah.
That that's the thing. HBCUs, whenever they start having some of these classic type of games, they be trying to do homecomings in each city. That's like 3 homecomings back to back to back.
Well, Coach O did say we got homecomings this year. We got
What?
4 homecomings.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did. But those are at the house. That's not even including the Atlanta one.
Well, if Cortez got
Celebration Bowl, I was so sad when I went. I just, I went to the South Carolina State one, and then when I was ready to go to the next one, and then when, Deion Sanders made that announcement, I was like, I am not going. So I didn't go. But I'm excited for the revenge tour that we're getting ready to go on with South Carolina State.
oh yeah, with SC State. All right, so I gotta start plugging in people who we're gonna get on the show for the midday show on Wednesdays.
Yes, yes. For our breakdowns and stuff. Absolutely.
Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, yeah, I went to school. He's all freshmen together. Why Adrian being petty, man?
Is he still?
He be super petty tonight.
He gonna wrap his car in what? Toilet paper? He gonna need that toilet paper to dry his tears from his face. Cause y'all gonna lose.
Oh man. All right, y'all. We gonna go ahead in this live. We're gonna shut it down for the night. Make sure y'all tune in. All the Jack State folks, non-Jack State folks, tune in tomorrow night for Ken Clark and the crew. So I think they will be starting at 9 o'clock as always. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock East. No, I thought it's 10 o'clock Eastern.
It's 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Pacific. So if you are in any of those time zones, make sure y'all tune in for Ken Clark and the 1400 Club. All right. Blue just threw me off right there, Tom.
Right, you didn't even want to respond to it.
You just threw me off. Like, damn, come on.
And I just told Blue if we're fifth, we all take a drink.
Well, shoot. I'll take a drink. So if you watch the replay of this of the stream, make sure that you hit that Cash App, the Cash App handle, and go ahead and get the donation going.
Oh Lord. He said that he's gonna have a homegoing service for Southern football team after we give them another Easter egg invite.
Well, y'all better stop messing with Whitley. Y'all know she ain't number in her 30s. She with the shits.
Easter in September, ain't
it? Nah, I said April.
September. What did I like what Zoe said on the live yesterday. He said September.
Oh man, I missed that live. What was I doing last night? Nothing. No, I was on Twitter. My bad. But anyway, y'all make sure that y'all hit the Cash App below. We are doing a donation. We are taking donations for SWAC Media Day, where we can get out there, do our job, and then come back and basically report what we saw.
All right. We need to hear the Stay Dangerous because you didn't say it the other night.
Yes, I did. You got off. But anyway, this has been HBCU Tonight, episode 29, in conjunction with HBCU Overdrive. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and hit the subscribe button and hit the join the Overdrive family, y'all. Join us.
You see what Mr. Campbell put about?
I'm done. Y'all done. I'm done.
Tell Mr. Campbell to stop being petty.
That's a North Side man right there.
He is a Jacksonian Jew. I mean, he reps FAMU, but he is a Jacksonian Jew all the way through.
Yeah, Jacktown Jew.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, look, we like I said, we still take donation. If you watch the replay, make sure you look at the donation, look at the Cash App handle, and hit us up. We'll have a show live on Saturday night. where we'll both be putting in our info for our Cash App, so where we can get to this thing, and we gonna be live. It's gonna be live now.
Our show is gonna definitely be pre-SWAC Media Day, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pre-SWAC Media Day, and then when we get there, woo, we get there, we gonna turn it up, beat
And
everybody, beat all the major players. One person I do want to meet Dr. Cavill in person, and one person I want to meet. I want to meet Carlos Brown of the Carlos Brown Show. Man, his show is on point, even though he's a Jaguar. Um, I want to meet. I want to meet G for the first time. I already talked to J Mac.
what he say? He gonna come on our show for our is he gonna come on our show when we do the verses?
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him. I got J Mac's number anyway, so I got J Mac's number, and I'll hit G up on Instagram. I mean on Facebook. I got him on Facebook too. But other than that, man, we're gonna try to have some fun. So we're gonna try to get ourselves up there. But the only way we can get there, make sure like I said, just donate to the cause, donate to the Cash App.
Y'all are in rare form tonight. Somebody ate they petty candy. I don't know what is in the air. A petty drink. Lord, the chat is busting up tonight. Make sure you got the live chat replay because I need to come back and read some of this.
Oh yeah, I got the live chat replay.
Okay, make sure.
All right, y'all. For myself and for my co-host, She Loves D, Miss Petty, Miss Timona. We out this thing. Y'all, look, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay dangerous. And y'all stay cool, especially if you're here in Texas. All right? We out this thing. Till Saturday night. Peace.
Peace out.